one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Andres Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Andres Brothers Roofing, every time.
Hello and welcome to Todd Field in Shallowater, Texas. I'm Donnie Hart on the Andres Brothers Roofing pregame show. Thanks for joining us, folks. We got a great one here tonight. You've got the Shallowater Mustangs in town, home opener for head coach Rodney Vincent, his first time in Shallowater. And for Coach Vincent, an opportunity to get his first victory. The Mustangs played well last week against Abernathy, fell, but it was another opportunity here for us against a very tough non-district opponent to get a victory. And so Coach Vincent and his staff with their sights set on getting that W here today. And I'd like to welcome in the Hall of Famer, my partner.
Hall of Famer.
Ty King. Hey, I always wanted to do that. So, Ty, hey, last week got the ball rolling, got the party started, got to play a little football, knock off some of the rust, some of the dust. But, it didn't go quite the way the Mustangs wanted, but a lot of good things to build on, a lot of things to correct. But this is a team with some good opportunity to play some good football.
Yeah, they got an opportunity to play a lot better this week. I know that. They have a chance to play much better. But, Donnie, it's like the best cooking in the whole entire world is what? It's home cooking.
That's right.
And like Ozzy Osbourne said, Mama, I'm coming home. We're coming home tonight in Todd Field. We're comfortable. Crowd's going to be real behind the Mustangs. It's a tough opponent again against Seminole, but, man, there's nowhere to go but up. You're 0-1. That's going to be a good night tonight.
Yeah, it certainly will. And the Mustangs have a chance to get that bitter taste of defeat out of their mouths. We take a look at the box score from last week. The Mustangs do a great job against that Abernathy football team. And Shallowater, we're looking at the tail of the tape right now, Shallowater with a 34-14 victory over Seminole a year ago. There's 17 returning lettermen for Shallowater versus 19 for the Indians. Both teams with 5 offensive starters apiece back on offense and defense, and Shallowater loses 17 lettermen while Seminole loses 12. Head coach Rodney Vincent and head coach Greg Pointer share a couple of things there, and those two names are on the wrong side. But head coach Vincent is the head man in his first year here in Shallowater. Coach Pointer also on the sidelines for the first year in Seminole tie.
Yeah, it's these two guys. They're game one, or game two, really. They've kind of got a chance to feel for their players. Their players got a feel for them. You're getting these new offenses, new deep. You get all this new stuff kind of coming in together. So I would expect Seminole will be just, coming off a loss as well, albeit overtime comes in tonight. But Coach Pointer's going to have his guys ready to play. But we know the Mustangs will be ready to play, and I can tell you right now, you get a whole week to sleep on it and think about it,
right?
And you're a little bit more comfortable at home too. It's a recipe for success or just an opportunity for success and a recipe for success for the Mustangs tonight.
Absolutely, and let's take a look at that box score from last week against Abernathy. Mustangs rolled up 350 yards of total offense, which was actually more than the Lopes at 305. They fell 28-16 on the road in Abernathy. Jess Hull was the real issue, 230 yards passing for him, 114 through the air for the Mustangs. Shallowater had the ground game going, 236 rushing yards to 75. They were led by Forrester. He was 11 of 21 for 114 yards, 71 yards on the ground, and a touchdown rushing as well. Cannon Reed really getting his first action up at the varsity, 19 carries, almost 100 yards. He goes for 98 yards, and Josh Grimes with 6 catches, 82 yards in the defeat. Braxton Barrett on the defensive side had 6 tackles, a couple of those tackles for loss. And so, Ty, we had a chance to see some guys who really hadn't put on the uniform for the Mustangs step up and make some plays.
Yeah, I know it, and they did. They came up, and, I really like to see Josh Grimes, and he's going to be one of these big play guys that you're going to need. And I really think that's going to be one of the keys to success for tonight and as we go on is chunk plays. I'd like to see how many 20-plus yard plays that Shallowater can get on offense. I think Josh Grimes plays a big factor in that area for the offense. And as well, like you said, on the defense, like these guys that are new that are coming in, they played great last week. Like Ross Crabtree, he played great. And right. You got to get these guys that once now they got a game underneath their belt. Man, the game gets a lot easier once you obviously when you do anything. The more you do it, the better you get. So these new guys are coming in. They're contributing right off the bat.
Other scores from around the district in week 1, you see that Shallowater Abernathy score there. The Lopes get the victory. Idalou shuts out Denver City 25-0. It was Lamesa 26-20 over Lakeview. Snyder beat Slayton 29-8. Friona on the road with a 42-14 victory over Brownfield. And McCamey took it to Kermit 48-14. In week 2, the matchups look like this. Of course, it is Shallowater and Seminole right here in Toddfield. Muleshoe will be on the road in Lamesa. Anthony visits Kermit. Levelland, the opponent next week, will go on the road to Snyder. You've got Denver City at Littlefield, Brownfield at Tulia, and Slayton will be on the road against Abernathy. So some really good opportunities for these teams to try to get some victories because, Ty, if we take a look at those district standings, boy, old District 1 looked like the NFC East from a year ago. Everybody took it on the chin except for Lamesa.
Yeah, but you know what? Somebody's got to make the playoffs out of NFC East, right? So it's the same thing with this. But a lot of tough opponents is what I look at on that schedule. And it doesn't get any tougher this week for a lot of these teams. They've got to get back on track. And it starts right here at Todd Field in Shallowater. But interesting game because we got to see Abernathy play last week. Slayton coming off a loss against Snyder. Was it Snyder? I think, yeah.
Right.
They played a tough opponent. I would like to see what happens in that game tonight. Is something I'm keeping an eye on.
Right, and we take a look at the state top 10, and, you know, some of the names stay the same up at the top. Of course, Jim Ned's still number 1, Brock 2, Tatum in at 3, Grandview at 4, Gladewater at 5, Vanderbilt Industrial at 6, Malakoff at 7, but Pilot Point sneaks into the top 10. They're at number 8, Lorena now number 9, and Yoakum into the bottom of that top 10. But, Ty, there's 3 teams from Region 1 represented in that top 10, so that's going to make the road to the jury world awfully tough.
Yeah, you know what, though? Man, it's week 2. How do you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can look at it and go, hey, these guys look good, and these guys look good, and these guys won, and these guys lost. It's week 2.
Right.
You know, so I don't put a whole lot of stock into that. However, yeah, you're right. Region 1's going to be tough. It always is.
It certainly is. And we take a look at the Mustangs' schedule the rest of the way. Of course, Water lost at Abernathy in that first game of the season, 26-14. The Mustangs get Seminole here tonight. We'll go on the road to Levelland before being back at home in Toddfield against Childress. Take a bye week, travel to Panhandle, and then it'll be district time. And the Mustangs, heavy favorites in this district race, and hopefully can get some positive momentum as we get towards that district schedule. You know, these coaches, they always talk about the non-district kind of being the preseason for them in high school. The Mustangs, with that shortened opportunity to work under Coach Vincent's regime and his philosophy, this certainly makes these non-district games more important for the Mustangs than probably anybody in the district.
No doubt about it. And that is why, you know, we talked about last week, every play is important. Every snap is important in rep for these guys just to get it, just to learn that much more and have that much more of an opportunity. But, yeah, tonight you come in, and when I talked to Coach Davis last week, the offensive coordinator, he was like, it's going to be pretty vanilla. Right. But each game, that playbook's going to expand a little bit as Garrett Forrester gets more comfortable. So does Coach Davis. So does Coach Vincent. Everybody the offense starts to expand, and you start to see new little wrinkles. You might see something new this week, a little bit more wide open, maybe. Who knows?
Yep.
Whatever Seminole's going to give them.
Well, and speaking of Coach Vincent, I want to talk about that for just a second because, you know, it's his first game on the sidelines. Had all of about 3 weeks to get that team ready. But here's one thing I noticed, and we talked about this a lot, about people in Shallowater having patience, understanding the situation. This was not a deal where you looked out there and saw a sidelines in disarray or a team that didn't have a plan. There were professional coaches on all sides of the ball down there for Shallowater. Coach Vincent doing a great job of orchestrating the entire process, managing the clock, doing all that. You had Brad Davis with a sound plan on offense. Coach Huffman's defense was great. The special teams was also great with Coach Wallace. And so Shallowater with a lot of things to build on. That's with a lot of experience.
There were a lot of everybody.
And Ty, the defense last week also – a lot of guys that are fresh on that defensive side playing more minutes, but we're put in some tough spots a couple of times. All in all, pretty talented offensive team they were playing. Yeah. They did a pretty good job.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. And, you know, the defense and the broadcasters, we showed up to watch a football game, and I think we just got interrupted by a David Blaine show because it was like Jess Hull was a magician back there, and he kind of just makes something out of nothing almost, almost at times you're like, really? Is that really what just happened? But so a tough test for that defense, but all in all, I thought they played really well. They just got caught maybe one time on a big play, but other than that, they had a couple of stops. They forced a lot of punts. They even got a turnover. And, I mean, that's something to build on against them. Will be coming against Seminole tonight.
Yep, and let's take a look at that People's Bank starters on defense. You'll see up front it'll be Crabtree, Reyes, Reed, and Rinker. Rossman, he had a great night in his first real start as a Mustang. The linebackers, Caleb Cox with Braxton Barrett in the middle and Cooper Boyd. And then the DBs, it'll be Blake Perkins, Trevor Wynn, Brett Hall, and Chase Blackburn on the back end for those Shallowater Mustangs who will be tested tonight because there are some really good players here for Seminole. And let's take a look at that quarterback comparison because it starts right there with Blake Flowers. You see the two quarterbacks. Forster was 11 of 21, solid in his debut, 114 yards, had the rushing touchdown, also threw a passing touchdown. But Flowers was outstanding in his opener of his junior season, 22 of 46, 384 yards, a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown as well. And so for Blake, it was a good start, and the Mustangs have another talented quarterback that they will have to do battle with. The other key players you might see here tonight, along with Flowers, who is the District 2 4A Division II preseason offensive MVP. Nate Leyva, the running back, 9 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. Also caught 6 for 36 last week against Paladura. And then Andrew Bandman, the outside linebacker, he returned a pick for a touchdown. He will also be a vertical threat for this team on offense. And Ty, we talked about Leyva just a little bit before because we say all the time we got to bring fantasy football in here. And you said, hey, man, this guy's PPR gold.
Yeah,
right?
You'd like to have him on your team. I mean, because, he pulled down 6-7 catches last week out of the backfield. 3 yards a catch, as he caught the ball. So wasn't doing a whole lot after he caught the football. But Bannon, he had 2 catches for 88 yards. He was doing something with the football. Yeah. So they're going to throw it all around the yard tonight. Everybody's got to be has their assignment, and I think it all starts with pressure up front from the defensive line on the quarterback.
Well, and so here it goes. We get a chance. We're at home. Got to wipe that bad taste out of our mouth. Get a chance to get out here and get the victory. What do you think the Mustangs need to do to flip the script and get a W here?
Win the turnover battle, I think, is one, and especially on defense. You got to come up with some interceptions. He's a good quarterback. He's not going to make a lot of mistakes, especially in his second year playing football on this level. But there'll be enough opportunities out there to kind of make a mistake, sack, fumble, something like that. And then I'm going to keep harping on these 20, 25-yard plays. That's just on offense. Let's get a bunch of those, get your confidence going, and off to a good start.
Folks, that'll do it for the Andrus Brothers Roofing pregame show. We come back. We'll have Shallowater Mustang football right here on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. For 13, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is United.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Andrus Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Andrus Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Andrus Brothers Roofing, every time.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Life has been anything but normal. The future is unknown and the uncertainties are plenty. But a farmer deals with this every year, and they keep working hard. At People's Bank, we strive to live out those same values. It's easy for a banker to be there in the good times.
But at People's Bank, we're there when the rain isn't falling, the wind keeps blowing, and the drought continues.
People's Bank, a bank in the people business.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
Private gatherings or construction projects, big or small, call the experts at Forza Site Services. We provide sanitized portable restrooms and hand wash stations for all occasions. In need of a roll-off dumpster, Forza Site Services provides roll-off dumpsters for individual and construction sites used throughout West Texas. With locations throughout the Permian Basin, Pecos, and New Mexico, we can better serve our clients' needs. Since 2013, we've been a proud supporter of Shallowater ISD.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is United.
Andrus Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time, every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Andrus Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Andrus Brothers Roofing, every time.
Welcome back to Todd Field. I'm Donnie Hart on the Shallowater Sports Network. Seminole wins the toss. They will defer, means the Mustangs will receive from the north end zone. So it'll be the Shallowater offense out there to start things off tonight here in the home opener.
Going to be a lot of fun tonight, Donnie. Yeah, you got off to a good start. It's a beautiful night, 90 degrees, a little bit of a wind out of the south, not too bad. It'll be in the face of the Mustangs as they start off headed from the north end zone going south. But, man, it's a great night. Shadows already creeping in over the stadium. The flags are out. It's Friday night football, Friday night in West Texas, which means one thing, that's football.
It sure does, and Shallowater holds a 4-1 all-time series record against these Seminole Indians. Won last year in Wigwam Stadium in Seminole, 34-14. Rolled up 446 yards of total offense for the Mustangs. We're led by Josh Easley's 23 carries, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Mason Aker over 100 yards for the first time in his career with 7 catches, 148 and a touchdown. But the bad thing about that game, Ty, the only blip on the screen was that was the last time we got to see Josh Easley in a Mustang uniform. He was lost for the season with that knee injury.
I mean, that was just a terrible blow. But you saw a team respond the rest of the season and overcome that. But if you feel for Josh, you felt for him, but got to move on. Those guys aren't walking through that door, Donnie.
And here is the kick. It will bounce into the end zone and roll through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And so the Mustangs will set up shop 1st and 10, led out by that senior quarterback, Garrett Forrester, the 6'2", 199-pounder, who had 141 yards passing last week, had the touchdown pass, also had the rushing touchdown, and he will set the troops up wearing number 11. And Forster looking right into that sun for the signal, and I bet we get off to a better start this week than we did last week, having to burn a timeout. And so the Mustangs with Forster in the pistol, set to go here to get this thing started. 1st and 10, Shallowater at their own 25. Forster on the zone read. Got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe fell forward for a yard. It'll be 2nd down 9.
Well, that's I don't want to say it's a good play, but that's just a good play for Garrett. Just get hit, get hit for the first time, get your first carry in, and then kind of knock the cobwebs out, knock the dust off, and let's play.
Richter Connolly, the big D tackle in there. Coach Davis told me he's a dude, and so that's quite the compliment when you get called a dude. That's good
right?
things in football, I tell you.
That's why I've never been called a dude.
Forster from the pistol again has 2 receivers to his left. Josh Grimes, the split guy over on this near side. It'll be a goal ball for Grimes. It's underthrown. Grimes trying to fight back through to get the football, and no call. Looked like Josh had a step. It was underthrown, and Joe Gutierrez didn't get his head around, but also didn't get called.
Didn't get called? A face guard, and I guess you could still do that in high school, but I like the play call. I like to see us try to get down the field and stretch the field a little bit with Josh Grimes. Maybe that wind got caught up in that wind a little bit. Maybe that's blowing. The flag is whipping around, so maybe it's a little stronger than what we anticipate.
3rd down and 9. Mustangs on their opening possession trying to make something happen here in 3rd and long. Forster give to Cox. Bounces outside, trying to turn the corner, and tripped up from behind. Nice play by Bandman out there on that outside, and kept Cox from getting the first down. Looked like he had the edge.
Boy, just got him by the feet, the ankles. A good tackle there, but man, it was open. I thought Cox had it. Once he got to the edge, would have turned it up and headed south. He would have had a first down for sure. 3 and out start for the Mustangs.
Yep, 3 and out, 4th and 5 at our own 30-yard line, and so that means Blake Perkins is on to punt this thing away for Shallowater. And the Mustangs with a tough start here. Took the shot, didn't get the call on the penalty, and Perkins' kick is a low line drive towards the far side. It'll bounce at the Seminole 40 and go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And that's where Seminole will set up shop, and they will be led out by a second-year starter, a 6'2", 180-pound junior, Blake Flowers. He likes to throw the deep ball and can make plays inside the pocket. Coach Pointer will give him a lot of opportunities tonight. There will be receivers everywhere, and Seminole definitely will put this thing in the air tonight.
Yeah.
And so that Mustang secondary's got to be on point.
They do have to be on point, but what would help them out the most is that pass rush. So those guys up front, those 4 guys up front need to get to that quarterback.
Flowers, wide receiver screen out to the right. Catch is made. Mustangs rally and make the tackle for a short gain of 2. Catch was made over on that far side. Looked like Trey Villava made the catch for Seminole, and short gain, 2nd down and 8.
That's a good job by Blackburn to get up there out of that safety position and make that play, because Trevor Wynn's getting blocked on that play. So Chase got up there and made a great play of that tackle and keep him from not gaining much.
Flowers sends his back in motion. He'll throw the hitch route. Catch made. Across the 1st down up to the 48-yard line. Has enough for the 1st and 10, and another nice pitch and catch there. Ryan McCormick that time, the receiver that made a play, and here come the Indians quick. Flowers now with 2 backs to either side from the gun on 1st and 10. Setting in the pocket. Now we'll flip it out. It'll be Leyva. Leyva dropped it. Second down and 10.
Maybe not a PPR. I don't know. Maybe he's not a PPR guy. Just play. That's just a drop. I think he may have heard some footsteps and thought he had a lot of room to run. Who knows? But that's what Flowers will do. He checks all the receivers, and he'll come and check down to the running back if nothing's open.
Flowers now with 2 receivers to either side. Might have drew the Mustangs off sides. Free play. Fires it over to the right side. Incomplete. And now we'll check the flag. But it looked like the Mustangs were in the neutral zone, and they were. So offsides on Shallowater. 5-yard penalty. Makes it second down and 5.
I didn't see who jumped off, but yeah, somebody got a little antsy trying to get to Flowers back there. So jumped off sides. A good job on the hard count by the Seminole offense to draw that defensive line offsides, because they know that's important, those guys up front, to get and put pressure on Flowers and kind of make him uncomfortable back there, but can't get ahead of that ball snap.
Flowers now with 3 receivers up to the top of the screen. Single receiver towards this near side. Play action. Wide receiver screen. McCormick makes the catch. Made a man miss. Has a crease at the 40. Up to the 35-30. And Chase Blackburn will escort him out of bounds inside the 30-yard line with a flag flying in from the far side. And maybe had Blackburn up around the cage. And so they might be tacking on some more here.
Maybe will, but probably so. But, man, what a well-executed screen pass right there. Just wide receiver screen. Everybody in the white jersey got on a man in a red jersey. And it gave McCormick a chance to kind of get in the space and run out of the field. We have another flag also back here as well. Maybe 2 flags on a play as I'm looking at it. So,
well, offsetting penalties
would be
nice.
A big break
for
that would be
Shallowater,
really nice, yeah. So it looks like that's what the officials are talking about. They're not talking about post-game meal, I don't think. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, a little early for that.
Yeah.
Huh?
But,
okay.
but right now, the defense needs to get a chance to settle in. These guys are going to run everywhere. You're right, Donnie. It feels like there's 50 receivers out there sometimes when you get this spread offense.
We got two personal fouls here, so the penalties do offset, so we'll replay the down. The Mustangs dodge a bullet there because that was a nice little tunnel screen set up perfectly for McCormick. And I'll tell you, that's the play that Anthony White took to the house last week in Abernathy in it. So it looks like Seminole saw that on tape, and they're going to try to exploit that.
Absolutely. Got a break there.
2 receivers to either side. Flowers will be in the gun. We'll replay the down, so should be second down and 5. Man goes in motion towards the far side. Flowers from the pocket. Has his receiver right at the sticks, up to the 40, spins forward to the 38-yard line. Mustangs gain tackle at the 37, so it'll be another first down for Seminole.
Once again, they're just finding that soft spot. Donnie, it's just he's reading the zone there and just finds a soft spot in the zone. And Flowers looks comfortable back there to start this game off for Seminole.
Cruz, the 5'11", 180-pound junior, was tough to bring down. And so first and 10 for Seminole. Leyva right up the middle. Spins away to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 12. So another first down for Seminole as the Seminole Indian offense has moved briskly down the field towards that Mustang red zone.
And with the pace, too. They are in a hurry-up offense. It really doesn't give the Mustangs a chance to sub or really get set.
Flowers in the pocket, looking towards his left. Now he'll throw underneath. Catch is made at the 25. Made Barrett miss. Got to the 20, up to the 15-yard line. Right at the sticks. They'll give him forward progress to the 14-yard line. Gain of 11, another first and 10 for Seminole. And that time it was Villalba who made another nice little move and got the first down.
Yeah, picked up the first down, and that's one Barrett usually doesn't miss. He doesn't miss that tackle very often, so got to make those one-on-one tackles here in space against Seminole in this spread offense.
First visit into the Mustang red zone for Seminole. Play action, Flowers from the pocket, flushed out towards his right. Still looking downfield, looking, eyes down. Has a receiver right on the sideline, makes the catch in front of Raston Copeland, who knocked him out of bounds. But positive play there as Nate Leyva found himself open in the scramble drill.
Yeah, another good job. I mean, that time got pressure on Flowers, but he had a good job to break out of it and then wait and found his open receiver. But, for gain of 5. But that's the pressure. That's the pressure that Shallowater needs to put on Flowers.
Second down and 6. Flowers giving instructions here. He'll slow the pace just a little here in the red zone. The formation tightens up as well as the receivers in there bunched. Flowers from the pocket, scrambles out to the right, takes a shot into the end zone, has a man and caught for a Seminole Indian touchdown. And it was Nate Leyva, the tailback, who leaked out into that corner over there by that far pylon and made the catch for the Indian touchdown, and Seminole has jumped out on top 6-0.
Well, we've seen Flowers now move to his right 3 or 4 times on that drive. He likes to roll to his right. That time, he just waited for Leyva to come open, and Leyva made a good job, kept his feet in bounds, and Seminole strikes first.
Boy, put it right in there as well. Put it right on his numbers. Nice. It looked like a little back shoulder fade. The extra point. Ball is down. Kick is on its way. It is good. Indians take their first drive down the field. Seminole leads Shallowater 7-0 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
King, well, that didn't quite go the way we wanted here early, partner. The Mustangs go 3 and out, and the Indians went right down the field like they were in a hurry to make something happen here tonight.
Yeah, they were, and offensively, just 3 and out, and man, Blake Flowers just looked comfortable and was surgical on that drive.
Sure did. High end-over-end kick. It'll land in the end zone for another touchback as Wynn just lets it go, and so the Mustangs will set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line again, and hopefully we'll get a better result this time out.
Yeah, look at that scoring drive for Seminole. Just to recap it real fast, Donnie, was 8 plays, 60 yards, 3:05 taken off the clock, and it was a Leyva 10-yard touchdown pass from Flowers. So 7-0. Hey, we're early. Let's get a couple of plays here under our belt, a couple of first downs, and get the momentum shifted back into the favor of the red team.
Mustangs with 2 receivers to the top, 1 to this near side. It'll be Garrett Forrester in the pistol. Keegan Campbell checks in there. I believe he is the tailback, so good to have Keegan back. He'll get his first carry of the season. Bounces outside, picked up 2. Up to the 27-yard line, 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Well, yeah, in the pregame, I kept talking about chunk plays, and Keegan Campbell is a walking chunk play.
Yes, sir.
So he, not on that one, unfortunately, but he had some space to run, and like I said, his first game back. So, but, man, we're used to seeing Keegan pick up 10, 15, 20 yards of run almost every time he touches the football.
Yes, sir, and the Mustangs need a little boost in that offensive side right now as it's a little stagnant. Reverse. This is Trevor. Trevor Wynn trying to find space, got back to the line of scrimmage. He was tripped up there, so no gain. 3rd down and 8 coming up, and the Mustangs with their second 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, second 3rd down and 8. 3rd and long here, so we're going to see probably, well, I was like 0 for 5 last week calling what was going to happen, but probably going to get to see Forrester, get his first completion here, hopefully. Look for Grimes. He's going to be one-on-one. Josh is one-on-one on the outside, and boy, Forrester really got a good rapport with him last week. It seemed like they had a nice little hookup.
Grimes is the single receiver towards this near side. It does look like it's going to be man-to-man coverage as Forrester from the pistol. Here's the snap, play action. Going to throw it. Looking downfield, pulls it down, still trying to buy some time, and Garrett going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 5, so 4th down and 12, and the Mustangs will have to punt it away.
Everything covered up that time, and, I think Garrett, he doesn't want to make a mistake right now. He don't want to make a mistake early, trying to force something in there, but at the same time, this offense needs to have something positive happen, but it's better than an interception. So it's, maybe need to eat it. Let's talk about it on the sideline, but another 3 and out to start, another 3 and out for the Mustangs.
3 and out. The first 2 possessions will end in Blake Perkins' punt. This one received by Leyva at his own 46. Nowhere to run and is wrestled down there by Houston Brasino. So Seminole back out on offense with another good field position up around midfield. They'll start it, let's see if they're going to say at the 45-yard line where Flowers and company set up shop. 2 receivers to either side. Leyva will be the back end, the backfield with him, and this Shallowater defense now will be tasked with trying to get Seminole off the field. Big possession here early in this football game. Still in the first quarter, Seminole with a 7-0 lead, and Flowers from the gun. Going to throw it out to the right. That one too tall and incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
That's the start you needed right there. You need, even if it's a mistake that the offense makes, you got to take that as a positive. So Flowers was a little too tall that time on the throw, but get him behind now. 2nd and 10. You've got them in a long yardage situation. Keep everybody in front of you. Make a play on the football is what needs to happen with these guys in the secondary.
3 receivers to the near side. Bagwell will cut his split down up at the top and be tight. Flowers from the pocket. Scrambles out to his right, picks up a block, throws deep down the field, has a receiver, and that one's overthrown. Boy, he took a shot there for Espino, and he had a step on that Mustang secondary, but that pass was just overthrown. It falls incomplete, 3rd and 10.
You know, on the first drive, we saw Garrett Forrester throw a ball into the wind that got kind of hung up. I think that one was with the wind. And
kind of rode it.
Yeah, he floated out there a little too far for his receiver, but now big-time 3rd down for the Shallowater defense.
Important 3rd down and 10 here early in the football game for the Mustang defense. Flowers from the shotgun. Now changes the play. He'll move Leyva over to his left. There's a guy that started multiple years changing the play. He'll run the ball with Leyva. Nowhere to go. Eludes a man. Now is met at the 48-yard line and knocked down, and a flag flies in.
Yeah, I know exactly what happened. That is going to be an illegal block. It's a blindside block and it's going to be a personal foul. It's one of those crackbacks, and it was right in the middle of the line, too.
Right in the middle, caught Houston Brasino, the Mustang who took the worst end of that.
Yeah.
But the penalty flag should benefit Shallowater here. And now here's the question. Do you decline this thing and have a 4th down and 7 that Seminole could potentially go for? They're keeping their offense out on the field, or are you forced to take the penalty in this situation and back them up?
What a decision. I mean, because you really want to get that punt, but I don't think you take it, man. Get the field position. Trust your defense one more time on 4th, and it'll be 4th and really long. If it's it's going to be a personal foul. Yeah, crackback block right there. You can see the official say it. So, man, it's they decline it, though.
Yep.
I mean, hey, all right, well, whatever the case, stop them here. Let them punt it, whatever they got to do. But if turns out they do punt it, that's a great job by this Shallowater defense.
Flowers will back up. Looks like he is going to punt on 4th down, and now timeout Shallowater as the Mustangs coaching staff wanting to make sure they were aware. Seminole lines up there as if the offense is going to go for it. They've got 2 receivers to either side, and it's kind of a weapon that Abernathy had as well last week. When your quarterback doubles as your punter, he can just kind of back up and catch you without a return man.
It's it does kind of throw you for a loop kind of, because you want to set up a return or a block or something like that, but they force you to cover your assignments, and especially whenever it's the quarterback that can punt back there, because he can do whatever, so he can throw the ball. So it's kind of an extra little weapon, especially at this position in the field and this down and distance. You have to be mindful of that threat. So kind of limits you what you can do, and probably a good timeout. Say we want to get everybody set. Let's watch, like Coach, our rest in peace, our Coach Black, our defensive coordinator all of our life growing up. You got to watch the draw. You got to watch the pass. You got to watch the run, watch the screen, watch everything. That's what he'd say. Just watch everything.
Just watch it all.
Yeah.
Now it looks like Seminole will come out in a traditional punt formation. So that means Trevor Wynn will back up. He'll put his heels on about the 10-yard line for Shallowater. Anything over Trevor's head, he'll let go and look for a touchback. Flowers stands waiting for it. Good snap. Punt, end over end punt towards this near side. It bounces at the 15, takes a great Seminole bounce. It's inside the 5 and down at the 2-yard line. What a punt as they kill it at the 2. So, all together, that right there, boy, that's a 53-yard punt down at the 2-yard line.
I know, man. He backed up the old gap wedge right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Just hit it right there by the pin and make it stop, huh?
Yeah. Great punt.
4:38 to go, opening quarter, 7-0 Seminole, and the Mustangs with their third possession now backed up in their own end zone with Garrett Forrester standing in the paint. He has Keegan Campbell behind him, 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side. Here's the snap. Forrester going to throw it, swing pass to Campbell, cuts back towards the middle of the field, got to the 4-yard line, maybe the 5, to give him a gain of 2, so it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Maybe not the best play you'd write right there, but I think it's important to get. I think that's Garrett's first completion. So get that one under your belt, get a little bit more comfortable. Also, Keegan, the second time he's touched the ball, Keegan Campbell, kind of get him going as well.
And it gets positive yards, so get yourself a little more room. Anything matters down here when you're this far backed up. Forrester, play action, going to throw it. Long ball for Grimes, who has a step and caught it at the 40 and falls down at the 44-yard line. But Josh Grimes makes the primetime play, and a First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10.
Man, what a great job, a great play call, and a great execution there. You get Grimes one-on-one. You tried it earlier in the game, and that time Garrett was dialed in, put it right on Josh's back shoulder, and he made a catch. Big chunk play right there for Shallowater. First down. Now they're on the move.
2 receivers to the top. Grimes, the receiver split towards this near side. Forrester from the pistol, kicks it out to Campbell. Over the left side, he got to the 45-yard line, maybe the 46, picked up 2. 2nd down and 8.
Great. I mean, I just want to go back to that play, Don. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for this offense right now. And you're really starting to see Josh come into his own. Primetime Grimes, as we like to call him. He's coming into his own right now.
Josh Grimes made a lot of plays last week on the road at Abernathy. He's made the first big play here tonight for the Mustangs, giving this drive some life as Shallowater now has it out to the 46-yard line with Forrester in the pistol. 3 receivers still in there, 2 backs. Now the back in the backfield is Cannon Reed. Forrester pulls it down. He'll run it, runs over a man right at the sticks, and has a First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10 in Seminole territory at the 43-yard line.
You got to get your hard hat, get your big boy pants on. Garrett starts getting downhill. I'm telling you, man, he's tough to bring down, and that's a great time to pull that ball down and run with it. And great job, a great pickup, and good play from Garrett. He just shows that 200-pound frame right there. That's what he's got, and he uses it.
Physical run from the quarterback, and Forrester, who gets up from that pile, probably now feeling like he's into the football game. This is the kind of football Garrett Forrester likes to play. 2 receivers to this near side, 1 to the top. Forrester from the pistol, give to Cannon Reed. Reed with the stiff arm. He'll be wrestled down a yard deep in that Shallowater backfield at the 45-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, I mean, 2nd down and long now, but, man, right now Seminole's defense is bunched. All 11, it looks like, are at least 10 or within 2 or 3 yards of the football, the line of scrimmage. So they're kind of daring Shallowater a little bit to stretch the field.
This has been a pretty swift first quarter as these 2 teams playing pretty much the same pace. Seminole really has pushed the pace on the offensive side. Mustangs don't huddle much, if at all, either. And so Forrester from the pistol, play action, looks out in the flat, has a man at the 40, turns up field 30, up the far sideline, 25-20, inside the 20, down at the 13-yard line, and a little 57 pass. Tenino makes a big play for Shallowater and sets up a First State Bank Shallowater 1st down and 10.
I love that play. I love that 57 pass. Just a little play action. The fullback is open in the flat, and you see you see number 2, Creed Carlisle, he knew it was coming, and he still couldn't handle it. He fell down, and what a great catch and a great run after the catch for Nino. Now Mustangs are in the red zone.
Yep, say he got all the way to the 10, so 1st and goal now here for Shallowater at the 10. It is Cox, makes a man miss, and Caleb Cox has found pay dirt, and the Mustangs answer. Shallowater, with 57 seconds to go, has a 10-yard touchdown run from Caleb Cox.
And that time, big hole opened up over that right side. I mean, he gets in behind the guys, Brady Reed and the boys, and makes a great run. And, I mean, just one cut into the end zone, touchdown, and let's knock this thing up.
Had that same cut last week and slipped, made better of it this time, and Vincent's extra point is good. And so with 57 seconds to go in the first half, Shallowater has evened our score 7-7 on the Shallowater Sports Network.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart with Ty King. Mustangs have answered, and so now we got ourselves a football game here in Todd Field. The home opener for head coach Rodney Vincent and his ball club answers the Seminole Indians, and we are tied at 7. Clayton Vincent with it on a tee at the 40-yard line to send this thing away for the Mustangs.
Nice to have somebody that can make an extra point.
It sure is.
I mean, it just
doesn't feel like you fall behind in the game, right? If you miss one, right? End over end kick, return from the 10-yard line up to about the 27, and a nice tackle made by Braxton Barrett, of course, who lowers the boom, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Blake Flowers and the boys from there.
Look at this scoring drive for the Shallowater Mustangs. 8 plays, 98 yards, 3:20 off the clock. The United Supermarkets touchdown run by Caleb Cox, 10 yards out. Extra point is good. We're knotted up at 7. Hey, just a little 98-yard drive.
Hey,
that's all it was.
98 yards. Field position doesn't matter. Shovel pass, Leyva. 1st down for Seminole. He pushes the pile up to the 46-yard line, and a nice start for Seminole as Flowers just flipped that thing forward to Leyva, who made some hay.
Yeah, he did, and they're just going to get on the roll again. Hurry up offense this time. Haven't seen that play yet. Little shovel pass, and that may be where Leyva's getting his catches from right there. So maybe last week that's something that they had worked in.
2 receivers to either side. Flowers from the pocket now scrambles towards his left. He'll retreat and head back towards the right, giving a lot of ground back at the 20-yard line. And Flowers will take a shot up that far sideline, but it's out of bounds. Was trying to go to Leyva right at the sticks, and the pass just took him towards the sideline, but incomplete, 2nd and 10. Yeah,
good play by Flowers just to get rid of that football. But, hey, like to see the pressure right there, that pressure being put on by Crabtree, and you got to just flush him out of that pocket. I mean, you see Crabtree and Houston Brasino and Houston Brasino getting after him.
Flowers from the gun. They'll set trips into the boundary here. Wide receiver screen, complete. Got through the first wave of tacklers, but could not get all the way through. Cannon Reed makes the stop right at midfield. It's a pickup of 4, so 3rd down and 6 coming up.
This is a big play, but that was key blocking. Now, that's just good blocking by the receivers that time. I guess if you're going to play in Seminole and this kind of offense that Coach Pointer has, he's going to have to be, you have to learn how to block, as a receiver. You're not just going to be one of these guys that runs around and runs routes. So they did a good job on that one.
Well, that'll do it for the first quarter here in Shallowater. 7-7 our score on the Shallowater Mustang Network.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Welcome back to Todd Field. Donnie Hart with Ty King. 7-7. Shallowater and Seminoles will switch ends, and a big 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and 6 for Seminole. And the Mustang defense will try to get this Indian offense off the field and get that offense a chance to take the Mustangs' first lead. Well, not their first lead of the season, because we drove down the field and kicked a field goal. We led 3-0 at Abernathy. But 3rd down and 6. Flowers from the pocket. Deep shot up the left side. Receiver one-on-one in stride with Blake Perkins, and did he make the catch?
Oh.
He did. They're going to say Bandman made the catch inside the 10 at the 8, 1st and goal.
Wow. I mean, that's a great throw, and really looked like he was bobbling a little bit. Hard to tell, but, I mean, can't do anything about it now. They're going to call a catch, and, yeah, I'm looking at it. He did catch it.
Perkins had good position. Now that shot into the end zone is broken up. Grimes stuck a hand in there and knocked it away from Cruz, so 2nd down and goal coming up back at the 8-yard line. And these Indians, boy, they are not shy about throwing the football. They put that thing in the air, don't they?
And, I mean, don't waste any time doing it either, man. They're in a hurry.
2 receivers to the top, 2 to this near side. Leyva is the back to the left of Flowers, who's in the gun. Here's the give to Leyva. Made the first man miss. Powers his way inside the 5, got to the 3-yard line, so he picked up 5. And 3rd down and goal from the 3 coming up, and the Mustang defense trying to rise up here in the red zone.
Yeah, and you got a bunch of subs coming in. You're getting these guys in to make these plays. Case and Long to get in there. Some of these bigger guys and keep them fresh because it's tough. And it's fast like this. It's tough to catch your wind and be effective.
Flowers on 3rd down and goal. We'll give it on the run, and the Mustang defense is there. Nice play. Braxton Barrett in the backfield makes the stop. He was able to get through and put her into Knight Davis's effort. And so 4th down and goal back at the 5-yard line and decision time for Coach Pointer.
Yeah, this is a big play here. I mean, I don't know what their kicking game looks like, but, man, when you got an offense like this that just runs, I mean, it runs as like an engine like this. Coach has got to have he has all the confidence in the world.
Seminole will go on 4th down and goal from the 5. Back shoulder fade into the end zone, incomplete. Good coverage from Raston Copeland. And the Mustangs have forced a turnover on downs. It'll be Shallowater football, 1st and goal, backed up at our own 5, but who cares? Yeah. What a job by the defense.
Great job by the defense. Hey, they get all the way down there and nothing to show for it. And that's something that'll get the stand.